This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Oh my God. Oh.
Ooh.
A spooky rainy day.
It's a crazy spooky rainy day.
Yeah. I can't believe we're recording this on Friday. There's like blizzard warnings for not this area, but kind of like just the elevated parts, I guess.
Yeah, truly, like just a little bit higher, there's blizzards happening.
Yeah, and San Diego issued its first ever blizzard warning.
Really?
Or snow or something like that.
Oh my God.
So I think the earth is great and it's fine, and don't worry. Everyone's doing good.
We're doing fine. Everybody's doing fine. Don't worry. We're okay. I started reading, now I'm like halfway through, Cabin at the End of the World, which is what Knock at the Cabin is based. I haven't seen the movie yet because I was like, I think I want to read the book first.
Of course, yeah.
And it's really good. And spooky.
It's funny because watching the like preview of it, I was like, I know who I would give up. I know immediately. And I don't want to tell you my rationale.
The little kid.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be like,
oh, absolutely. I mean, like, take this little kid. I don't care.
Yeah, we'll make another one or we'll find one.
We'll be fine.
Which is so terrible. So terrible.
I mean, hey, you're trying to survive.
Yeah. And to be like, well, I can help more kids. It's like,
there you go.
I think of it like when my cat died. It's like, it was so sad to lose Bo, but then I helped 3 other cats. So like in the end.
So you're ready for this situation to happen.
Oh my God. I would, if we were in a group of people and they're like, you have to pick someone to die. And I said it so fast.
That's so funny.
I know.
Oh, fine. Easy.
Her.
Take the kid.
Take the kid. Take the kid. It's the
that
kid.
Would be so funny.
She's barely lived. Only like not as many people will miss her.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's barely lived. She'll be fine. Like we'll be fine.
We'll be fine. That's so mean.
I know. That's why we don't have kids.
Yeah, we don't respect children enough, and it shows, and it's not a good quality, guys. And I'm sorry, don't at me. I love. I hope you love your children like I love my cats, and that's all I can say.
And hey, that's great.
Yeah,
and people do
love them. Love
your kids.
Yeah, I'm just not emotionally invested in them. That's all I'm saying.
Me neither. I'm sorry. I will sacrifice them to save the world, even if I don't even believe if it's happening or
not. Just as a safety. Anyway, we haven't seen the movie, so we don't know.
Yeah,
and you haven't gotten that part of the book.
I'm reading the book. I highly recommend kind of anything by Paul Tremblay. I don't know his name. Tremblay.
Oh yeah.
Tremblay. He's got a lot of fun, spooky ones.
We read another one of his, right?
Head Full of Ghosts.
Head Full of Ghosts, yeah.
Remember that? I read it in like 2 days.
I read it right after you. I think maybe you read it, then Mark read it, then I read it. We all shared a book, old school style, guys.
Old school.
Hell yeah.
Marcy, how are you? Anything spooky happen besides this rain and this spooky weather?
I think that is it. I don't know. Other than my TikTok is like, my TikTok is really funny right now. It's like, do you want to cast an obsession spell on someone? Are you going through a divorce? And I'm like, what? Who is talking to TikTok and saying that I'm going through it? What is happening?
Isn't that weird?
And it's like so many of them. It's like love readings from tarot, and I was like, what? I didn't even want this. but I'm watching it. But
I will watch. I feel sometimes you watch one thing out of curiosity, and then they're like, "Here you go.
Yeah,
here's a bunch of stuff," and you're like, "I don't want this."
No, I don't. And even like with the like cat rescue stuff, I'm like, I watched one because I was like, I hope that cat's okay, and now I'm like, but I can't keep watching these. It's too sad.
Yes. That's happened to me with dog stuff where it's like I watch one to be like, oh, yay. And then it's like, look at these really unhealthy, sick, dying dogs. It's like, I cannot do that.
No.
Please stop.
No.
Please stop.
Anything spooky happening with you?
No, I don't think so. I've been watching that Kindred Spirits show. I texted you this.
Yes.
And how a ghost told that Amy lady to get bent. She's like, the ghost just told me to get bent. I was like, that's so funny.
If it were me, I'd be like, and they'd be like, what? What did the ghost say? I'm like, nothing. I don't want to talk about it.
It said I'm really cool and they're scared of me.
Very pretty big boobs. Very pretty.
They like my big old titties and my confidence. So that's nice.
La-di-da.
La-di-da. But yeah, nothing spooky. Nothing too spooky.
Well, let's just jump in, okay?
Let's do it.
All right. I have a little prep work to do because this one is going to have a video involved. So,
whoa.
So I will remember. I will put it up on Instagram.
Okay.
Okay. This one says spooky, and it's a ghost emoji, and it says on cam. Okay.
What? Oh, I got chills already.
That's where we're starting. Okay.
Oh, shit.
It says, hi, Marcy/Betsy and all furry friends.
Yay.
This popped up on my outdoor cam and is most likely just moisture, but my homeboy and I joke that it is a spooky ghost. Hey, better than the deer, foxes, or coyotes, ghost emoji, fart emoji. Note, it has an obvious rain, a ton in the it has Avi rained. Okay, start over. Note, it has Avi rained a ton in the 4 years we have had the cameras.
Okay.
And we have never seen anything like this before. Also, no indoor/outdoor lights were on at the time because it was the middle of the night. 2 ghostly spooko-shaped things float by, and then a winged thing pops up to say, hey, ghost party! I'm reading these as they are written.
You're killing it. I like this.
Could this be a real haunting in Connecticut or some rogue raindrops? Methinks the latter. If not, I hope they are Casper types. Feel free to post on Insta if you read this. I will look forward to hearing this read in approximately 2024. Kidding, Marcy. Thanks for the work you put in. Hey, man, I can't help it. There's just a lot of great stories. I'm trying to get to them all.
We're trying to get everything.
Do not shit my pants yet. Muhahahaha. Also, have a real ghost story from college and we'll send it in. It's a real doozy about a bathroom ghost. They are the worst. Y'all are the best.
Ooh, we gotta see this.
Yeah. P.S. Got some painting done the day after the ghost vid. The painters randomly found a toy Velma from Scooby-Doo in one of the cabinets. She's my new patron saint. Jinkies. Very fun. Very fun.
Very, very fun. Okay. Oh, no, I'm scared of this video.
I know. Because, sometimes... the thing about videos is, or any images, is that it can take you a while to understand what you're even looking at, right? Like it's
right. And
at first you're like, well, this isn't a thing. Can you see this?
Yes. Okay.
Let's see if I can. Did it go bigger or no? Well, I'm making it bigger. Can you make it bigger?
It's big on my.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. It's spooky looking already.
Okay. It's only 16 seconds, so here's us watching it. Oh my God. Wait, they do look like... That's gotta be... Wait.
Whoa.
Is that headlights or something though? Like, is it like a raindrop on the camera and headlights reflecting?
Maybe.
That was... let's watch it again. Okay.
They look like that dog from
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas.
And then another one pops up.
Another one pops up.
I mean,
what?
The way they both move in synchronicity makes me think it could be. Oh wait, I see a car. It's a car, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
do you see the car in the background?
That third.
No.
But where is it?
No. I want you to look. Okay, hold on. So I want you to look on the left side of the video, back by the house. There looks to be like a trellis or something. Are you looking back there? Okay.
Yes, I'm looking over there.
Do you see the lights?
Yes. Okay.
Debunked.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yep.
Debunked.
But good, but fun looking, Fun looking,
and I do love. I don't know. I love a mystery. Now
I do too. A ring, like a security camera mystery.
I was thinking, like, the thing with like cameras is they really trick you a lot, right?
Yeah,
they make you. So I was in Palm Springs at the Parker, and hanging out by like this little fire pit, and my friend took a picture. And it looks like there's 3 fairies in front of me. I posted on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see it. I'm gonna look it up right now.
So, and maybe I'll repost. But I was like, oh my God, it's little fairies. It looks like 3. To me, it looks like 3 little dadgum fairies. Do you see it?
What? Hold on. Sorry, I'm still. Everything's slowly loading.
Okay.
Oh, I see you by the fire. Oh my God.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
It looks like green flames or something.
Now, I told our friend Michael McMillan from Bigfoot Collectors Club, and he was like, oh, it's the reflection of the fire. And I was like, you know what? You can go fuck yourself. How about that?
Yeah, come on.
But it literally
You're always
looks
asking me what I believe in. That looks nuts.
It looks like 3 little dancing.
They're dancing for you.
They're dancing for me. And it's really funny because we sent that picture. Was like some of my Bombardo girls. It was 4 of us out of the 7. We sent it to the group, and Aubrey texted back, summon us there. And I was like, I think I already did. I think the 3 remaining people were there.
Whoa, they're hanging out at the fire pit.
Hanging out, bro.
Whoa, that's wild looking.
Really wild, right?
Like that's crazy that the camera would do that.
I mean, I think some of those, like Michael was saying, the 3 lens cameras do a weird thing like that. But I'm choosing to believe. How about this? I'm going to go back on the video and say that this video is 2 twin ghosts dancing in a yard, and that my titty fairies are also fairies.
Yes, I'm here for it. You got titty fairies.
Dancing on my titties.
Dancing on your titties. Wow.
Keep dancing on my titties.
Woo! Okay, I got one. You ready?
Yes.
This is called Very Haunted House.
Ooh, not just a little, but very.
No, but very. Hi, guys. I love your podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Recently, you asked for more stories, and there's been one story I've been dying to share, but honestly, as soon as I type it up, it always seems so unbelievable that I convince myself no one would believe it.
That's the kinds we need.
Yes! I feel compelled to say, I swear on my life, everything about this story is true, and everything that happened in less than a year. Okay, here we go. My parents had recently divorced, so my mom and I had just moved in with my uncle and his family. In total, there was 10 of us living in this house, which could have been a nightmare on its own.
Yes.
And almost everyone saw or heard something different.
Ew.
Whoa. It started with very little things. The first experience I had was that one day I woke up very early in the morning. I'd been trying to get into the habit of waking up early for school, so shortly after waking up, I convinced myself I would only close my eyes for a second.
That's how it goes.
Good luck, dude.
Yeah.
I did that today and I was out. Hey, a voice called out. Are you asleep?
What?
I opened my eyes quickly and so excitedly I began to answer, nope, I'm awake. I had thought one of my younger cousins, who constantly came into my room without knocking, had come in and spoken loud and clear. I was very spooked when I saw nobody was there.
Nasty.
I did, however, convince myself I must have fallen asleep and dreamt the voice. I don't know.
The disembodied voice is spooky.
Yeah,
though.
That's weird. Oh my God, sorry. I inhaled some spit. Okay. We had laundry machines in one hallway and I would use them weekly, but I would always feel extremely creeped out by having my back to one of the rooms. I would constantly do my laundry while standing sideways. Oh.
I kind of get that.
Yeah. One day, my mom, who hates ghost stories, came to me and told me, so something really weird happened. I was walking down the hall when I saw a shadow. I thought it was your younger cousin until I saw the shadow turn and walk into the wall. I must not have looked very spooked by this because she kept repeating, no, I'm not explaining this right. It was a shadow about a kid's height. She even had her hair in a ponytail. She walked very fast. I couldn't catch up to her. Then she turned and walked into the wall. She didn't walk into a room and the shadow disappeared. No, the shadow went into the wall. Whoa, ew. Everybody's blaming that younger cousin, too.
Yeah, that cousin's like, I'm having a hard time, too. I'm just sharing my room all of a sudden. Man.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
What the hell?
Sometime later, my aunt was laughing and telling us my uncle was seeing things. My aunt obviously didn't believe my uncle and wasn't able to give us enough details about what he saw because she thought he was just imagining things. My mom and I looked at each other and both said our own small experiences. My aunt didn't seem to believe us until something bigger happened. Oh, yeah. One of my older cousins used to have her own room until one day I woke up to the whole house being cleansed with sage. I laughed it off at first until I actually spoke to her. I had never seen her look so afraid as she told me the story. I could see her hands shaking, and I didn't ask many details because she was so shaken up by it. She said she woke up in the middle of the night with someone on top of her. Ew.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What? Oh, no. What did they look like? I asked. She thought about it for a second before shaking her head. I can't explain it. They were screaming in my face. He was screaming at me and holding me down. It was a man, I cried. He wasn't human, she said. If the other part of the story had confused her, this was the one part she seemed 100% sure about. He was like a demon, or I don't know, but not a person, not a human, and he was just screaming at me. After that, she switched rooms with her brother.
Fair.
Things seemed to calm down for a little bit. My uncle was convinced he kept seeing shadows, and one night he kept his camera on as he slept. He was able to record a weird little orb float over them as they slept. Everyone agreed it was weird, but we all brushed it off. Another day, I woke up, and on my way to the bathroom, I heard the kids whispering in their rooms. It was so loud, the way kids whisper where they think they're being quiet, but they're not really. Yeah, kids. Not myself.
That's
yeah,
such
kids,
a kid
not
thing.
me and Marcy at a movie.
Never getting kicked out of anywhere.
Yeah, never getting yelled at to shut the fuck up in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were talking amongst themselves very urgently. I didn't think anything of it until hours later everyone came home with the kids. I asked who had stayed home with me, and to my surprise, they had all left me home alone.
Jerks.
Oh, Kevin! So, little things kept happening. My aunt was still the most skeptical one until one day she said someone slammed the door in front of her. She convinced herself it could have been the wind, though that didn't make sense because all the other doors were closed and no wind was coming in. She walked away and tried to ignore it when the next door she was about to walk through slammed in front of her too, right after she opened it.
Oh, shit.
And, come on, at that point, she got a little nervous and redirected herself towards the living room, and suddenly some picture frames were also slammed down. She said it really freaked her out, and that was when she actually started to believe everyone.
Thank you.
Finally. Sometimes you gotta just slam some doors and break some pictures to get somebody to believe you.
That's what you gotta do.
Not long after that, the craziest thing happened. And honestly, I don't blame anyone for not believing this next part. But I will say, I saw it with my own eyes how scared my cousin and her boyfriend were when they retold the story. How wide their eyes got when they said the scariest part of it, and how they also couldn't seem to believe it was real. One day, my cousin and her boyfriend had stayed home alone. They said they were watching movies when they heard running down the hall. The same hall everyone saw shadows in, and the same hall I was scared of having my back to. Their first thought was that someone had broken in. Her boyfriend ran out of the room and looked all over the house, yelling at whoever was in there to get out. When he didn't find anyone, he went back inside and tried to shrug it off. They closed the bedroom door and continued watching the movie. A few minutes later, the running started again. They looked at the door, the hallway light was on, and they could see a shadow from the bottom little crack of the door. Oh, God. That's when her boyfriend got really mad. He burst out the door again, yelling and cursing and threatening whoever had broken in. Again, they saw nobody outside or anywhere in the house. My cousin at this point realized what was happening and told him to just ignore it. He insisted someone must have broken in and was messing with them by running down the halls. Still, they kept watching the movie. I wonder what movie they were watching.
Also, like, to have that, like, no, I know someone's in the house, but fine, I'll watch the movie.
Let's keep watching Shrek.
Donkey.
So, still, they kept watching the movie. Then the knocking started.
Uh-oh.
The knocking was so loud they both freaked out, and again they saw the shadow at the door. My cousin's boyfriend, who up to that point was very outspoken and about being an atheist, started praying. Oh, my cousin just kept saying they had to ignore whatever was there, and sure enough, after a while, the knocking finally stopped. Weirdly, not much more happened after that, but we did end up moving shortly after for other reasons. To this day, I call that house the very haunted house we lived in, and I think back to it and remember how our next door neighbors only lived there for about 6 months when we were there. Then another family moved into the house next door and only stayed there for about a month. The next family came in with a U-Haul, moved their things in, and then came back a week later to move their things back out.
Whoa.
After that, it stayed with a for rent sign up for the remaining time we were there. Sometimes I look up the address and Google it to see if creepy things come up, but nothing ever does. I'm still convinced something very weird was up with both houses, and I think about it constantly. Thank you for reading my story. Please let me know what you think was going on in that haunted house. That haunted AF house, Jess. Wow.
I mean, it's so hard.
Jess.
That's a haunted AF house.
That's a haunted couple of houses, I think, you know?
Yeah. Ugh.
Wow. That's so wild that, like, everybody had experience. Which also is like, phew. Thank goodness everybody else is seeing this shit and hearing this shit.
It's not just me. It's not just me. Other people are crazy too. Yeah, so many things happen. I think the thing I hated the most was someone sitting on your chest, right?
And just screaming.
Oh,
Just waking up to somebody on top of you screaming
terrifying.
and being like they weren't really human.
Ew.
That's awful.
And then the thing running in the hallway just to like freak you out.
Yeah. How dare they? Like these things, they were fucking around. They were like, we are here to scare you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
We
don't need you to solve our murder or discover our body.
No.
We want to just scare you.
This is about ruining your day.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We want to ruin your day. We want to start you off on the wrong foot before you go to school,
Yep.
all
Yep.
that stuff.
Absolutely. Now, I did kind of enjoy that the aunt who was like, my husband sees ghosts, having like a ghost like slam a bunch of doors in her face.
I love that. I thought that was so funny.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
It's very funny. I'm just like, yeah, right. You're all crazy. Crazy.
Oh,
rude. All my doors.
Oh my god.
All my doors.
Too haunted. I'm gonna just put it out there. Too haunted.
Yeah, and it feels like the neighboring house was also something was up.
Yeah.
There are a couple of those like places I've seen throughout like Hollywood and stuff where it's like, man, there is always a for rent sign in that window. And
Yeah.
and I'm sure it's like not ghost, but my number one thing is like must be haunted. I'm sure it's other stuff, but it's like
It is.
something is up.
Yeah, like there's a place that's nearby me that's like always for rent. I'm like, what is happening over there?
Yeah.
Is it just because it doesn't have air conditioning? Probably.
I mean, that might be
Burp?
that would be a bummer.
Burping over there?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper, and it's
Diet Dr. Pepper
really having
tastes
its
more
way
like
with me.
regular Dr. Pepper. Should
it
we
sure does.
listen to a listener story?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I'm glad you said yes because I'm gonna play one
What if I
right.
was like, no, I don't want to listen to it.
I'd be like,
Hell
Betsy,
no.
do you not understand what this whole show is?
Aren't we gonna do improv?
I mean, yeah.
Aren't we gonna just talk and then start doing improv off of what we're
Yeah,
talking
we
about?
could. Yeah, let's. That's what we're gonna do as the story plays, though.
okay,
All
great.
right, all right, here we go.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. This is Justin. I live in Chicago. I actually host 2 podcasts myself, one called Go Team Venture, where I break down episodes of the Venture Brothers, and Formative Films, where I talk about movies I grew up watching with a very good friend of mine. A friend of mine who's related to the story I'd like to tell you about today. So his name is Mike, and he grew up in a small town in Wisconsin called Gratiot. And the house he grew up in was one of the oldest houses in the town, as it was originally owned by the founder of the town. Certain parts of the house were older than other parts of the house. And he told me himself he'd had some paranormal experiences in the house. He had a friend who was kind of psychic one time, and at one point he was in the house, and his friend said over the phone, "Hey, I suddenly am smelling pipe tobacco. Are you smelling pipe tobacco where you're at?" And Mike said, "Well, yeah, I am." And that's weird because no one in the house smokes pipe tobacco. And the friend was like, "Wow, that's crazy." I was able to sense that through the phone. Anyway, I had heard these stories and kind of forgot about them by the time I was actually visiting the house myself. We were there hanging out one night watching, I think, Dazed and Confused until very late in the evening. And we finally went to bed around 2 in the morning. And within the hour or so, I had to get up to go pee. And of course, this is around 3 a.m., the witching hour. And there were 2 bathrooms in the house. One was upstairs, right next to his parents' bedroom, and one was downstairs, away from all the bedrooms. And so I was like, well, I don't want to be rude and wake someone up with me flushing the toilet. I'll go to the downstairs bathroom and I'll do my business down there. When they get to the bottom of the stairs, it's essentially a T intersection. So across the way from the staircase is a door to the bathroom, which is closed. It's got a big glass window in it. It's kind of frosted glass. To the right is the family room. To the left is the dining room. And then beyond that is the kitchen, which is the oldest part of the house, the dining room and the kitchen. As I get to the bottom of the stairs, I suddenly feel like there's someone in the kitchen. That feeling that there's a presence. Like, oh, is someone there, getting a snack? Someone in the kitchen? Oh, no one's there. So I go to the bathroom. I do my business. I come back out. Now it feels like there's someone in the dining room. Whatever presence I was feeling was in the kitchen has now moved closer. It now feels like there's someone standing in the dining room even closer now to where I was before. And I suddenly am really scared. And so his staircase is kind of this wooden kind of spiral staircase. And so I run up the stairs to the second floor, take a right and head down the hallway to my friend's bedroom. And I go inside and he's now awakened. And I leave the bedroom door open because that's how it was when I came in. And I say to him, "Oh man, I went downstairs to use the bathroom just now." And before I could finish my sentence, he cuts me off saying, you went downstairs to use the bathroom? I said, yeah. He says, man, I don't go downstairs to use the bathroom at night. I said, why? He says, because the house is haunted. And I said, yeah, I think I ran into your ghost because I felt it in the kitchen and now I felt it in the dining room. And we both kind of said, it's standing outside the bedroom door right now, isn't it? And we both could feel that the presence had followed me and was now standing outside the bedroom. And we were both just crapping our pants. Like, it hadn't come in, but it was just, you could feel it standing right there staring at us. And we both just kind of said out loud, we're so sorry we bothered you. We're going to bed now. I had to use the bathroom. I'm so sorry. If you just please go downstairs, we'll leave you alone. We're not going to come downstairs anymore tonight. And so we laid down after saying our sorries, and we felt it eventually kind of walk away. But for about 10 minutes, we were just like, it's still standing there. I can feel it just standing there. You couldn't see anything, but it was as if there was a shadow standing in the doorway. You could just feel it there. It was a very spooky presence. And that was my ghost story. Another quick story was I listened to one of your previous episodes, and a guest talked about how their parents believed them to be a reincarnation of their grandfather because the woman had said at some point, I think she said a 2 or 3 year old, "Oh, I was your dad." I said a very similar thing to my father one time. We, as a matter of fact, had a videotape of me being interviewed by my dad, and he was trying to get me to say something I had said the day before. And it was, he's like, tell me about the dream you had, that dream where you told me about it yesterday. Tell me what you said before. And I went off and told him about the dream I'd had, the night before versus what he wanted me to say, which was, according to my mother, that I was sitting with him at one point and I just tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, do you remember when I was your dad?" To which my dad, of course, was like, "Oh, no, Justin, no, I'm your dad." And I said, No, I was your dad. Do you remember? I was big and you were little. And this freaked my dad out because his dad died when he was like a 9-year-old. His dad died. He was kind of an oopsie child. His parents had him when he was when they were in their late 40s, and his dad died in his mid 50s because he just had a bad heart. And so this freaked my dad out when I said to him, "Do you remember when I was your dad?" And so he was trying to get me to say this on this videotape, but I wasn't remembering having said this. And so, yeah, my mother just always kind of felt that I had this old soul. And part of the reason she thinks that his father came back to be with our family was because prior to myself being born, so I have 3 older siblings, 2 sisters and a brother. And then there's like a 4-year gap between my brother and myself. The reason being, 2 years before I was born, my mother had a stillborn son, and she was devastated by it. So when she then became pregnant with me, I was kind of her miracle baby, she considered, even though she had another sister after me. She felt that I was kind of special. And when I had said this about being my father's father, she felt that his father, having prematurely passed away, felt that it would be better to come to our family to be a good, supportive person in the family to help kind of be there for them. So I always was the person trying to stop fights. I always was the person trying to make everyone happy. I was always trying to make sure that everything was fair and even so that everyone could be content. And that's kind of what my mother figured was my role, was that I was grandpa trying to make sure everyone was happy. And I just wanted to share that story too. On a quick personal note, I just want to say, Betsy, I loved Horny for Horror. I wish you, Adam and Mono, were still doing it. And I've only recently discovered A Funny Feeling, but I really enjoy the show so far. So keep it up. I can't wait to hear all the episodes.
Cool. Wow. Also, Betsy, plug We Love Trash.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have another podcast that's very close, or not very, it's a little different from Horny for Horror, but it's me and Mono, and it's called We Love Trash, and it's on Patreon, and it's us just doing everything, celebrating everything that's trashy. We're doing MILF March this month, where we are just a kind of having episodes that have to do with MILFs. Because we watched MILF Manor. Have you seen?
I saw like the first episode and I was like, this is disturbing. I hate this.
We watched the first episode and we're like, what the fuck, dude.
It's too
So-
adjacent to incest for me.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like you're
wild.
sharing a room with your mom and she's boning someone in that room. A kid,
Yeah,
a
and, like,
child.
Like the sons are into older women and their moms are into younger men. It's really wild.
Not for me.
Anyways,
Anyway.
let's talk about spooky stuff.
Spooky stuff. So, also we'll check out formative films and
Yeah.
get. Wait, what is the other one? I gotta look it up. Yeah, Go Team Adventure. Go Team Adventure.
Go team.
Okay.
Wow.
Both those stories were okay. A little kid being like, "I'm your dad." Very like. It's not spooky. It's just like, there is. It's unnerving, right?
Yes. And I gotta say that, like, I like how the mom kind of embraced that. That also seems like a lot of pressure to put on a kid.
Yeah, like, well, you came here
okay,
to calm
so-
the family.
Yeah, you came here to help everybody and make everybody calm. And I'm sure it wasn't like that, but that
Right.
was just my
Yeah.
brain being like, whoa, that's a lot of responsibility for a kid.
I know. And then the other one of like going
Oh.
downstairs and having this thing like menace you outside of a door.
Oh, God. And then friend being awake and being like, I don't ever. That's the thing. Friend, you gotta warn your friends if they're sleeping over and you're like, you gotta warn your friends to not go downstairs.
Especially if it's like, oh, this is not just like, it's not just like, oh, there might be a ghost, but it's fine. It's like, no, this thing will come and get ya.
Yes, this thing will stand outside of the door and watch us sleep or try to sleep
It's
for a long time.
menacing us. It's menacing us.
It's Dennis the Menace. Dennis the Menace, the ghost. Wow.
Oh, boy.
And it is just like with the dad thing of like, I'm your dad. Like a kid being so insistent on like, no, remember.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I could see somebody being like, I'm your daddy. And it's like, no, you're not. Oh, okay. Like, like, let me be your mom or whatever. And you're like, shut up.
I'm the doctor. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I remember when my nephew was little, he, like, after my grandfather died, he, like, said that he saw, like, a man. And he's like, and he kept calling him Papa. And we're like, do you mean D? Because that's what they call my dad, is D. And he goes, no, that old man. He was, like, probably 3 years old.
Dude. Your grandpa was totally visiting him.
Yep. He was just hanging out in the rocking chair. Ugh.
Ooh. Like, it's your grandpa, so not spooky, but also spooky.
Yeah.
Rocking chairs are so spooky.
They're spooky because they can move on their own, but also, can they move on their own?
Exactly. Think about it.
Okay, should I read another listener story?
Yes.
This one is called Phantom Housekeeping Scary Story.
Ooh.
Is that scary enough for you?
Huh?
A phantom housekeeper? Honestly.
That's scary. Yeah.
If I could have a ghoul or
Dude.
whoever keep my house, do it.
Right? And be like, okay, you haunt me by cleaning my house, doing my laundry, and maybe prepping some food for me to
do
eat.
some meal prep, please.
Just some meal prep, and then get out. And then you get out of my house, but come every week or so. Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
All right. Hi, Betsy and Marcy. This has been a long time coming, and I will definitely have more stories coming. My wife, Winona, has been asking me to share these forever, and since you have shared a few of her stories on the pod, I figured, why not?
Yeah.
The couple that shares ghost stories together, cares, and lives a long life together.
It's true. It's true.
It's
true.
It's true. Truly, your show's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love that you give us a platform to talk about the abnormal things in our life that have become our normal. I'm starting with an easy one, but I will warn you, it does not paint a pretty picture of me. I was just a kid. What can I say?
Oh, no.
I was the baby of the family and was a huge pain in the butt. One time, my mom asked me to hang up some towels in the bathroom when I was about 5 years old, and I had a huge breakdown. I mean, a real breakdown. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, tears streaming down my face, and boogers clogging my nose. Literally, like hanging up the towels would change my world forever.
Yep.
I remember clearly being so fed up, I grabbed all the towels and kicked them into a corner while crying, and I said to myself how much I hate this. Then I walked down the hallway crying and yelling at my family, who were all in the kitchen and living room. Essentially, I'm the only one in the hallway, which leads to the rest of the bedrooms in the house and the restroom where I'm having the breakdown.
Yeah.
My mom is trying to cook dinner and consoling me from a distance. No doubt, just hoping I would stop and forget about the stupid towels. My brother was on the couch in front of me watching TV, and my dad was at the dining table. All of them were in my field of vision. Then I walked back into the bathroom, and I just stopped screaming in my tracks. All the towels were hung up perfectly. And I mean perfectly. Dead center with the front slightly hanging over the back end. I remember because it scared the crap out of me. There was no one in my family that was near the bathroom, and somehow the towels were magically put in their place, almost to show me how to do it. But I feel mostly to stop my annoying ass from sobbing over a meaningless task. I tried to ask who in my family did this. Even as a kid, I didn't believe it. I swore that my brother or my dad hung them up to quiet my annoying crying, and everyone thought I was just the one playing a trick. But I didn't even cry anymore after seeing those towels. I went to bed wondering what in this world could have done this. Who was watching over me? To this day, I still don't know what put the towels in their place, but I can say I never threw another tantrum over a stupid chore. Best, Travis.
Travis.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That's wild.
Nuts.
Not so, but so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it, like, what? Yeah, was it like a ghost or something? Be like, you gotta shut up. I'll do it if you just shut up.
God.
Please. I'm a ghost and I love wailing.
Yeah.
I'm a big wailer, but man, this is outrageous.
Trust me, I'll rattle chains and wail all night, but this is too much.
This is too much.
It's simply too much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it like poltergeisty of like kind of helping out of like, oh, this energy, man,
You know,
we gotta get it out of here.
I could see how that like can manifest, but to do something so helpful feels like out of the norm.
That feels like not at all.
Yeah.
Whoa. So maybe we should start throwing fits.
I mean,
about cleaning and doing laundry and prepping meals.
I will say, so far it hasn't worked for me, but
I will say I just threw one earlier this morning and
am simply throwing fits. Yeah, I am simply throwing fits left and right, and so far no good.
Wow, that is incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Also, even if it was just somebody in the family doing it and then saying, nope, I didn't do it. And like then making them be like, I never threw a tantrum again.
I know.
Because it scared them so much.
I love it.
That's smart, dude.
That's such a good learning experience to be like, yeah, a ghost's going to come get you if you keep screaming like that.
Yeah, if you keep screaming like that, a ghost will get you.
Ghost will get you.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay.
It is so fun. Like, I've seen that just with my nieces where they're like, you ask them to do anything, minor chore of like, put your toys away, and it's just the end of the world. And I've been trying to be like, trust me, just do it, and then you'll get to have fun rather than wasting your time throwing a fit.
Right.
And it's such a wild, like, and I still have to kind of say that to myself.
Right.
With some stuff, but like, Kids, man.
They keep throwing their little fits.
Sacrifice them immediately.
You can get more of them.
You can always get more of them.
There's the thing. There's more of them to be gotten. Adults,
wow.
They don't make new adults. They only make new kids.
They only make new kids.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Haunted house story.
Haunted house story. Pretty straightforward, it seems.
I like that. Hi, Marcy and Betsy. I'm a longtime listener of your podcast and really got back into it last year while working a repetitive job from home. It has the perfect combination of humor and scariness, so I'm slightly spooked but usually still able to sleep with the lights off. Ha ha. Yeah.
We'll ruin your life.
Yeah, that's nice we don't ruin your life yet. I unfortunately don't have any of my own stories yet, which could change considering I will be spending some time in my parents' 1832 farmhouse in Vermont.
Oh, damn.
Good God.
Good luck.
But my friend told me a great one about her grandparents' haunted house. Nice. Her grandparents live in an old stone house in a rural town in upstate New York with a bit of land. When they first moved in, they would often hear a baby crying.
Oh, nasty.
Ew. Oh, God. Which was pretty concerning considering they were the only ones living there and their neighbors aren't close enough that they would hear sounds from them. One day, they were in the attic and discovered some items that seemed to have been left behind by previous owners, including some journals and a wedding dress.
Oh, well.
This is hitting all the nasties.
No.
The dress was apparently so small that even my 4'10" friend couldn't fit into it.
Too tiny.
That is an awful discovery.
Yeah, a child bride dress, or maybe. Yeah.
Either way, just a wedding dress.
Yeah,
a bride's dress. I don't want to find that. Or a journal. Did they read the journal? Anyways, her grandparents were still hearing the baby throughout the house. While her grandpa was working in the yard one day, he discovered a small gravestone.
Oh.
There was no name or date, but he assumed that it must have been the baby's. He cleared off the stone and planted some flowers around it to make it as cheerful as a gravestone can be. After he did this, they stopped hearing the crying in the house for good.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. I had a chance to go to their house last summer when my friend and I stopped by on the way for a Finger Lakes winery adventure. Fun. We spent the night and I was ready for something creepy to happen, but unfortunately, nothing did. Anyway, thanks again for making such a fun podcast. I'm also attaching a picture of a cross-stitch hoop I made based on something Marcy said in a previous episode. I do some of my best stitching listening to you two. Enjoy, Lily. Oh, that's so... Women be hauntin'.
Women be hauntin'.
Women be hunting. Oh, that is awesome.
Oh, thank you. That's so cool. Women be haunting.
Women be hunting. Wow. So the little baby ghost just wanted a nice looking grave.
It said, "Give me some respect.
Just give me a little respect and I'll stop crying." That's wild.
Yeah. Especially like that it doesn't stop and you're like looking all around. That's spooky, right?
Finding a journal, a nasty wedding dress,
what was
hearing a baby cry.
What was in the journal?
What was in that journal? We gotta know.
I need to know other people's secrets in business.
Gotta know their business.
Oh, if I don't hear their business soon, I'll simply perish.
Yeah, you do. You live for other people's business.
Oh, Lord.
She's starting to faint.
Ooh.
We need to know the baby's business.
Oh boy. That's fucked up, man.
It's really fucked up, dude.
Dud.
Really fucked up, dude.
Should we listen to another listener story?
Let's do it.
Hey, Marcy and Betsy. My name is Allie, and I live in Arizona. I literally just sent you guys a recording of a few stories and also typed up some a few weeks ago, and I don't know what order this is going to be played or read in, but I have some more. So like I said, I live in Arizona, and I'm originally from Philadelphia, but since living in Arizona the past six years or so, I've been fortunate enough to explore and learn more about the history in Arizona. And Marcy, I have been to Jerome. I know you've mentioned Jerome a few times. Never had any spooky experiences on my own, but it's definitely an eerie but artistic but cool place to go to. I definitely recommend it to people if they're in the area. I always love taking people there that visit. So definitely a cool place. But another cool spot in Arizona is Tombstone. So that's more southwest of the state. Wild West history there, mining town, lots of brothels, lots of that stuff going on. It's still preserved in a sense with that aesthetic of like Wild West. You go there today and there's like still old men dressed as cowboys walking on the dirt roads. I just imagine back in the day everyone was like drunk and in the mines or like dehydrated or whatever, but it's a wild time at that point in history, and it's cool to like feel like you're stepping back in that time a little bit. But they have this theater there called the Birdcage Theater, and it was actually featured on Ghost Adventures, so I was super stoked to go to it when my parents and I were visiting Tombstone. So we went inside, and you could pretty much walk around the entire theater. Like the audience area, they had things like set up and like different things, artifacts and whatever, historic props and that they used in the theater. And then you could walk up on the stage, and then behind the stage you could walk around, and then you could walk downstairs in the basement, and that's where they had the brothels and like the dressing rooms and all that stuff, and the tables played poker and craps and those fun things. But you could like look into the dressing rooms when you're down there, and it was one of those like half doors that came up to your waist, so you couldn't walk into the room, but you could kind of lean over and look into it and everything. So it was cool just to explore, and they kept everything like felt like you were back in that time. And it was just me and my parents in the theater. Besides, so once you were in the basement, you could walk into a separate area, and it like led to like the gift shop area, and then from that bottom floor you could walk outside and exit the theater. And so me and my parents are just walking around exploring, and I'm looking into one of those dressing room brothel areas. So I'm like leaning over the half door thing, and I feel a hand on my shoulder, and it was very sudden and very like stronger and like a little aggressive, to the point where I thought like my first reaction was like, oh, like my mom or dad are like really trying to get my attention or show me something, or like, I turned immediately, and I was the only one in the room. My parents had already walked towards the gift shop area. I did a full 360. I was the only one in the room. And I still felt that hand on my shoulder, and it freaked me out. And so I walked out to find them, and when I was out there, like I just a little bit in shock, just because of like the feeling of aggression that felt with it, or it's just like very sudden, like I said. And I mentioned it to the woman behind the counter that was working there. I was like, do people get touched here often? And she was like, oh yeah, like every day, like whether it's a staff member or someone touring, that it's just very common. It's a very haunted spot. And so I told her about my experience, and then she told me that like just recently she had a tour that she was giving, and she was wearing dangly earrings during the tour, and at one point all the guests started gasping and looked at her in shock, and her dangly earrings were being lifted very slowly to a horizontal and then upside down position on their own. And, when she's telling me, she's like, yeah, that's just like one of the things that happened, super nonchalant, but crazy. So definitely check out the Birdcage Theater if you're ever in Arizona, in Tombstone, Arizona. And then the other story I want to tell you guys, I'll try to keep this as short as possible, but it's about my dad. It's my dad's story. So I'd mentioned in a previous recording too that grew up in Philadelphia. My parents grew up there as kids as well. And when my dad was in, like a mid-teenage years, him and his friends were out one night just being hooligans, and they were in a cemetery it was a cemetery that belonged to like this prestigious family in Philadelphia that they had their names on a lot of buildings. It was the Sellers family. Sorry, the Sellers family, if you're listening to this. But they just had their name on a lot of things back in the day. And so my dad and his friends were just in the cemetery doing who knows what. And my dad, how he tells the story is that one of his friends started like messing with a tombstone. I don't know exactly what he meant by that, but like messing with a tombstone, and they heard a really loud "hey," and they all looked over, and there was one entrance to the cemetery. It was like this old, gated wrought iron gate, like cemetery, super high walls, and then there was like the entrance, which was like a gate as well. And they looked over, and there was this really tall man. They could not see his face. He was wearing a top hat and a old long coat, and he just lifted his hand and pointed to them, and they freaked out. And my dad, he's definitely more of a skeptic. He even like talking about the story, you could tell like he doesn't want to talk about it, but he was just, it affected him that much. And I was always, as a kid, being like, do you have any spooky stories? So he was really freaked out by this, and he said he can still picture the man to this day. He was like abnormally long and tall, and again, top hat, couldn't see his face, and he was just pointing at them. And he said that his friends scattered, and they climbed out of the cemetery and like fell over the fence and ran. Craziest part is that the next day, or like a few days later, my dad was at the library, which was like the Sellers library at the time, and so the same family name. And inside the library, there was a picture, an old picture of the family from like the early 1900s or whatever. And in the picture, the father was like, top hat, dressed exactly, super tall man, like everything that my dad described like the man in the gate to look like, and he knew immediately that was who they saw. So super spooky. But again, this is getting a little long, so I'm sorry, but I'll be sending in more stories because I know y'all need them. And just really thankful for your podcast, and I love you both. Bye.
Whoa. I love what's the word I'm looking? I love a reveal of you saw something, then you go to the library and you're like, wait, that's who I saw, dude.
It was this right here.
It was this tall man.
Oh my God.
Wow. Tombstone. I gotta go hit up some of these spooky places in Arizona.
I know. Why aren't we constantly touring around the country?
Yeah, why aren't we, Marcy?
Hold on. Let me think. Why? I don't know. It defies
why?
logic and reason.
Yeah, right?
Now, how fucked up to like have your earrings start floating up?
That is awesome.
It's like some real movie shit, right?
That's exactly what I thought of. Like, that's like Conjuring when like the girl's hair moves and everybody's staring. She's like, what? And then she gets thrown around. Dude, that would, like, how cool to be like, I was on a tour at Tombstone and the ladies dangling earrings were moving around. We gotta go to Tombstone.
We gotta go
and
everywhere.
Eat some Tombstone.
Pizza. Damn. Wait, what was her other story? I'm like blanking on it right now.
Oh God, Jerome, she got touched.
Oh yeah.
Getting touched like a hand, like a aggressive hand. Because even if that was like a parent, like you don't want to feel
Yeah.
an intense, aggressive parent hand on your shoulder.
Right, yeah.
Because you're like, what the fuck's happening?
Well, yeah, am I in trouble? What's going on? Like, is someone trying to
Yeah.
kidnap me? Help me, help me, help me.
Help me.
Help me, help me, help me. Wow. I think we got
Tombstone.
multiple chills in this episode, right?
I got a ton of chills.
Yeah.
It was a classic spooky babies crying, wedding dresses,
Yes.
getting touched,
Yeah.
shadow people. It was a classic spooky episode.
Oh, damn. Everyone did great. We all
Good
did
job,
great.
everybody.
And keep sending them in. Like our friend said, we're thirsty for more scary stories.
We're always thirsty.
Oh, we're
We're always
parched.
thirsty for scary stories.
We need to be frightened.
We gotta get a little scared every day, or else I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
Please spook me out.
Marcy,
What? Please spook me out.
that sounds nasty.
Yeah, you spook me out.
You nasty.
Spook me
Wanting to
out.
get all spooked out.
Spook me, baby.
Oh shit!
Oh, my
Marcy
God.
getting nasty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you're nasty, Marcy. Ooh.
Ooh. This has been great. These were all amazing stories.
Keep them coming so Marcy can get all spooked out.
Yeah. Trying to ruin my office chair. Nasty.
Ew.
All right. Goodbye.
Later. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.